way late from what I anticipated. So I had some issues with my internet. So then I had gotten started realizing that I wasn't connected right. So I had to redo it. So anyway, I'm here now. So we'll see who all comes in. I'm all falled out today. I have errands and stuff to run after this today, so I just went ahead and got halfway ready. I didn't get my makeup or anything on, but anyway, I'm all ready for fall. It is fall. It's my favorite time of year. Favorite time of year. So today we are going to be working on some market stuff still to get ready for that. Working on my scrunchies. I have two more of this color, which is the Yarn Bee. And again, everything's backwards, I know. Velvety Smooth Arayan. So it is 3.5 ounces, 161 yards. And the color on this is aubergine. Aubergine. So, and of course, get it at Hobby Lobby. So, I do like it. It's not the sturdiest, but this is for scrunchies. So, nobody's going to be pulling and tugging at the actual yarn as much. To give you an example, I mean, I go to pull it and it takes a little bit, but it does still kind of easy to break. But I'm not that worried about it as far as with this one goes. I have used other velvet yarns too besides this. So far all of them have been fine. So, and again, with these scrunchies, I'm not following a pattern, but there is all kinds of inspiration out there. So you can always look on Pinterest, YouTube, just Google searching things, all of that. So maybe up a little closer. So yeah. And I know it's early, but everybody can watch it on the replay too. But what I do, I get a lot of my bands and stuff. Dollar Tree. They actually have the name brand ones at my Dollar Tree. So I get them. And I get the black and the brown. They have had, this is a brown this time that I got. Because really it doesn't matter. Because it's covered by the yarn. So it's not that big of a deal really what color. But if you are like in the spring and summer, there might be some times where if you want to coordinate your band, it might be a good choice to do that. But for these bands, for the adult ones, I usually do 35 single crochet around the band, of the single crochet around the band. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And with this, it does cover it well enough. So like I said, I just get my bands from Dollar Tree. They have the same name brand ones at all Dollar Trees, I think. If not, they still have ones that are equivalent, and that's where I get mine. And again, not following anybody's pattern. It's just the same one that I've used for years. But again, a lot of inspiration out there. It's not a hard pattern to do. It's a really good starter pattern, actually. And I'm actually, what I use is the K or the 10. No, it's a 6.5, I guess. I'm not used to the millimeter stuff. I'm used to the letter stuff. So, and again, using the R&B is what I'm using. I have two more that I'm going to try to get out of this. I don't know. I've been able to get anywhere between 4 and 5, because what I usually do is do 5 treble and then do 4 treble in the next. 5 treble in one, 4 treble in the next. Because it does kind of save on yarn a little bit, and to me it does give it a really good ripple effect. This is one right here that I've already finished. Let's see, it's still nice and fluffy even though I do the 5 and 4. And it's really cute, really pretty. So it's a really good color for fall and for Christmas. I did a sparkly white, and then I have a sparkly green, and I have this aubergine, or however you pronounce it. And I had some other just like black and stuff like that that I've done too. So these are the ones I'm trying to finish up for market. So So what's everybody working on today? Anybody working on anything fun? Have any markets coming up yourself? If you caught our live yesterday, I kind of talked about Luna a little bit and how we got her, and so just had some fun yesterday. It was a long live. It was the first live that I've went that long on. Um, but it was fun. It was something to do. I'm finding after yesterday that doing these lives, it actually helps me. It actually helps me be more productive. And I feel like I have people with me, and I'm just doing it to kind of just keep me on track, because then I feel like I have people that are sitting with me kind of and everything. And I know you hear that across YouTube and whatever, but it is true. I mean, whenever you are on like this, or even just filming, it gives you that extra oomph to just kind of get things done. And it's just fun and passing the time, because before you know it, the time has passed. And so, but again, working on scrunchies right now. I have 2 of these to do yet. I have the one that I've already finished. I just think it's a really pretty color. I think it's really pretty for just even Christmas too. And feel free to let me know where you guys are from. I mean, for some reason, people seem to be afraid of, texting or messaging or doing anything. And I really like to interact with people and just kind of get to know people and where they're from and what they're doing. How everybody's doing. Any prayer requests, anything like that. I can share some more, I guess, today, kind of what I shared yesterday live, of how I even started crocheting and everything. I've been crocheting since I was about 8 years old, and I am 55 now. And um, I've just really have enjoyed it. You know, it's helped relieve a lot of anxiety, and I used to have panic attacks and stuff all the time, and like I shared yesterday, and it's just a really good stress relief. Because whenever you do this, your mind just kind of settles, you know, and it helps with the whole ADD thing. And I'm not just throwing that out as a label. I feel like I have been very much cured of it, but I still have tendencies. And every now and then, I just, you know, say no to them as much as possible, or I do this, you know, and I've recently retired after about 18 years of being a nail tech, and this is really what I want to do as a full time. I mean, because I do have people that buy from me just, you know, locally, and then I do have on my Facebook and I have an Etsy. My Etsy is actually under Clark Farms, but so I would like for this to be just kind of, you know, a fun thing. I don't want to, you know, I want it to be something that I can have fun and enjoy, but not make it so much of a job that it ends up overwhelming me and feeling like a job, if that makes sense. Because whenever I was a nail tech, I didn't feel like I was at work. I didn't. I loved my job, and I still love it, you know, to be, you know, on the creative side and everything. And there might be a time where I, you know, have been off for a while and start to miss it really bad, that I may come online and do some stuff with nail stuff, you know, with nail art and stuff like that, because I am a creative person. I need creativity. I need a creative outlet. And with this retirement, I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine because there is so much that I do like to do and enjoy doing that I'm not going to be bored. Now, I've told my husband whenever he goes to retire, he's going to have to go back to some hobbies and stuff that he used to enjoy, you know, because he used to hunt and fish and do all that all the time, and he just doesn't do that anymore. But his job doesn't really allow him to, because he's, you know, he drives truck and he's gone. Even though he's home every day, still don't get to see a whole lot of him. So, and he is quite a bit older than me, and he really does need to at least slow down. But he's not really listened to me on that. So I told him he didn't have to retire, he just needs to slow down. And I've not really ever done an introduction or done anything as far as posting anything much with that, because yeah, I have a lot of shorts out there with me and Lou and Bailey when we had her and stuff, and you can go back and watch some of those things, but I've not ever really introduced or anything, which I think you can figure out from my name on here with Jonna's Journey, that Jonna is my name. And I am 55 years old. I just retired from being a nail tech. I'm just shy of 18 years, and prior to that, I was in the corporate world. So, went back to school in my 30s, and yes, anyone can go back to school at any time. And that's what I did. Best decision I ever made in my life. And our children, our two boys, which are our youngest, Sam, just did turn 26. Our oldest will be turning 29 in October. And they were very young at the time whenever I did switch careers. And it was the best thing we ever did because we did baseball, we did the whole traveling baseball thing. That's what we signed up for. But at the time, my husband was actually driving truck over the road. So I was a single mom for as far as in the household, and I don't put negative on that at all. There was nothing negative on that because we did it. And my husband is an amazing provider, wonderful husband, great partner, everything. And he was providing for our family. And he did have to miss out on a lot during that time, but that left me handling the household solely on my own. And we made it work, even though we had our ups and downs. But whenever I decided to go back to school and become a nail tech, then I was in business for myself and I had much more control over my schedule, my business, and my family. And see, I got one done. Again, I just use the bands. I get them from Dollar Tree. They have the name brand ones there. I just single crochet 35 around and then do a treble crochet. In the first one I do 5 treble crochet and the next I do 4, and it still gives me plenty of fluff and doesn't overdo it. Love it. So anyway, we just made that work and we did it for a long time, until the kids were in high school. And then he did switch jobs to where now he's not over the road as much. There are times that he does have to be, but we are in Illinois, so he does farm as well, and he does help the people that he works for farm. So he's a busy man, but also in that, I built my nail tech business to the point that it was just crazy. Though after my kids got older, I would work Monday through Saturday, and my days would be 10 to 14 hours a day, and that's not stretching it at all. And I'm not bragging, because honestly, I had just lost control of that. I couldn't say no. And I was very blessed to have a thriving career. I don't take it for granted whatsoever. But I became very fortunate and very successful as far as like building my clientele pretty quickly. I mean, there was a time of about maybe 2 or 3 years where it was, but you just have to be consistent, and just like with doing YouTube and stuff like that, you just need to be consistent and just hang in there and not give up. And that's what I did. And I had a thriving career, and it benefited us, and it provided extra income for our family, and it was a blessing, because then we could afford to do things that we hadn't been able to do before, and the Lord very much blessed us in that. And as time went on, I had to slow down, because then some of my health journey, because I had neglected me for so long, and the hours that I was keeping, I couldn't do the 10 to 14 hour days anymore. And that included Saturdays, sometimes working anywhere from 3 to maybe 7 hours on a Saturday even, and the only day I had off was Sunday. So then what hit, and then because during that time I was like, I really need to slow down. My body can't do this. I can't do this. I can't sustain this. And plus, I had hit 50s, and it was what it was. So very much during that time where we were made to stay home, we were shut down for 3 months. So that very much gave me the okay and confirmation of that, yes, it's time that you need to cut back. And lo and behold, I had been prepared for the next phase of our life to become grandparents. And during that time, we got our first grandbaby. And he was born in 2021. So I had already adjusted my schedule and everything. I was like, okay, here we go. This is why, And so I did. I kept my days down to just Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And that was a shock because I was so used to just going all the time. And then I shot it down to just 2 days a week. And, but whenever you are a giving and caring person in the area of caring for others and wanting to help others and doing things for others, you start easing back into where you got yourself out of. And that's what totally started happening to me. Even though I had cut back on my time, it gradually started being okay, well, maybe I'll open up Monday again a little bit. Okay, I can work a little bit on a Thursday. I'm not working Friday though. Well, then it got to be where I opened up on Friday again for like 2 or 3 hours in the morning. And I'm like, no. So I kind of gradually scaled back again. But during that time, the earlier times, I was working two places. I was working in my hometown, plus I was working in the town next to us, and where I was full time, but I was trying to help this new salon out to kind of get started and everything. And again, a blessing, but blessings can also turn into curses if you do not listen and follow what you're told, and the whole 9 yards. So, because I tend to be a workaholic. So, anyway, then my health just crashed. I mean, I was so exhausted. I had found out that I was autoimmune, and there were days that I could barely get out of bed, and I hurt so bad. And so I was like, I really need to do something because I had already found out, like I said, that I was autoimmune and I had Hashimoto's. So, and if anybody out there has it, hey. um, so feel free to comment or say anything if you have any questions or whatever, tips and tricks. So, I went alternative. I went to more functional medicine, and because I had felt like I had something going on way prior to all of this. But whenever you are not slowing down and your body's telling you to slow down and you don't listen, it will find a way to make you, because the Lord will do that. I mean, very much will come through and be like, hey, you weren't listening. So that's totally what happened to me. And I did. I took about a month off. I went ahead and I was like, nope, can't do this. Took a month off. And that's really whenever I came back, I was like, no, we are sticking to a schedule. We're scaling back. We're thinking retirement. And whenever I went functional, she did verify that yes, I did have Hashimoto's. I had to go gluten free, did all the things. I was deficient in vitamin D, so we got that up. I finally got on Armor, and I had been fighting for years for doctors to hear me, on even doing something like that. And, although it's not for everyone, and I'm not saying that it is, your numbers and your health and how you feel, so I'm not going to promote one way or the other for anything on that. You have to follow through with your own health and be your own advocate and do your research. And there's a ton of it. There is. You can overwhelm yourself, so don't get too far in there. Try not to go down the rabbit hole. I know that's hard. But I completely did a 180. I totally got my life back. Now I've had ups and downs, where I've kind of went into phases where, I felt like I was kind of getting more inflammation again and stuff like that. But the stress of working those hours, that's what it was, and being around in that environment. It was a full on salon spa. So it wasn't just me doing nails and doing the acrylics and doing all that I was breathing in every day and being surrounded by in the desk. Then I also had the hair side that I was right there beside the hair girls. So then you had all of that. And I'm sure it wasn't helping any, you know. So I just knew that I had to make a change for myself and my body because I'm, like I said, I'm in my 50s now and I have a lot of life to live. I am young. I don't consider myself old at all. And I have two grandbabies that I want to be here for and be physically active with. So I very much have been on a life changing journey, that's for sure. So, but again, right now I have switched to a headband. So with this one, I changed, let me see. I was talking, so I didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. I did 14, so actually there's 13 stitches because of the turning chain. So there's 13. And again, I'm just chaining one, do a single crochet, then a half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet across. Again, just the pattern that I like for the headbands that I'm doing right now, which I'll grab one. I have these that I'm doing, and they have the little button on them. Here's some of one of my Christmas ones that I don't have a button on yet, but I am going to leave some of them, I think, just plain. And then I have the green one that I think is really pretty. It's a bright, pretty green. And then these were ones that I was working on earlier too, just kind of your neutrals with the button. And then I made some cotton of the flowers of different colors, and then I have my fall and Christmas ones in another bag. But I made these years ago, but it seems like people are kind of wanting them again. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and make a few. So, oh, I just had this on here earlier. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. So then you can just, this isn't the one that I would necessarily put on here, but it doesn't look bad, but it's just for an example. And then they just go on like that. So for my smaller headbands, like this is a child size, yeah. So, like I said, I've been making up some of these, and you can just interchange them. So I have a pack. I made up packs. I have some Christmas packs that I made up, like with 2 or 3 of them in it, assorted. And then some of these other kind of lighter colors that people still like, even if it's, off season or whatever. It just kind of goes, because especially like with your neutral ones and everything, people just kind of want an assortment. So yeah, this one right here is actually for me because I don't have anything fallish as far as a headband goes, because my hair is really curly. And it's coming back. That's one of my symptoms that I had all through this autoimmune thing, is that I lost so much hair that I had to wear a wig for a while. Well, now my hair is coming back, and I've always had really curly hair. But from being a nail tech, this is why I wear these headbands, and especially since the time whenever we were all out, I just wanted stuff away from my face. I was wearing a mask all the time and stuff too. And I felt like with my hair getting longer and getting thicker again, it was just always in my face. So I wear a lot of headbands, head wraps, and stuff even now because I'm just comfortable with it being here at home. But whenever I'm out too, I tend to wear them, but then sometimes I don't. I just wear it natural and down. A lot of time for church, I'll usually do that. But again, I just do the single crochet, half double crochet is the pattern that I'm doing. It's similar to what people call the seed stitch, I guess, seed pattern, whatever. Um, so I'm making it for me because I don't have anything fall for me right now. Really, I'm making for everybody else and for market, but not for me. So I thought, well, I'll work on this too today because I went ahead. I have finished two of the scrunchies, and I have, I think, I don't know. I should weigh this and see. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do another one. So I think I only got 4 out of that red, maybe. Or, yeah, kind of a reddy purple, I guess. It's kind of more on the purple side, I guess. So, but this yarn is the Big Twist. And I had never used the Big Twist, but there's some people that I follow. Well, Blondie Knots is one of them, and she was talking about how she uses a lot of the Big Twist, and I was like, okay. And we do have a Joann's, but it's like 30 minutes away because, again, I'll say this over and over again, I am in the middle of nowhere. So, in the middle of beans and corn of Illinois. So, I went ahead and went with this color today for my fall. It's Rest. So, it is a pretty color, and it is a true rest. It kind of reminds me a little bit on the pumpkin side, but it is a rest. But it's very, very pretty. Very pretty. And I'm not minding the Big Twist. I mean, is it my favorite out of what I have crocheted with? I don't know. I don't know yet. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. That Pound of Love, I had never tried it either, and I gave it a try, and I really do like it. I like the feel of it. I use a lot of cotton yarn though too, and I really do like the cotton yarn. Now, I have this Karen that I'm actually, I think, gonna do headband, head wrap, something with it. It is the cinnamon swirl cakes, and I made a bag out of this, and it's actually on my shorts. And I got this at our local silk purse thrift store, and it was only $3. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, considering. So I've already used one cake of this. Like I said, I made a bag out of it, and it turned out really cute. I really liked it. So I think I'm going to do some, like a matching head wrap, headband, something out of it too. I have it set out for today too. So I am sorry, my voice goes in and out, and I think it has to do with my thyroid stuff and everything too, but we don't need to really attach that. So, but feel free to share. Feel free to chat away. Any questions, comments? Let me know what you're doing, where you're from. Uh-oh. No, we're okay. Luna's napping right now. I don't know. We didn't have a stormy night or anything last night. But like I mentioned on yesterday's live, I'm home all the time now, and she's not used to that. So I'm like invading her space and her world now. So, she had rule of the house whenever we were all gone at work, because we can totally trust her to be in the house. She doesn't get into stuff. She doesn't mess. She The only time she might have an accident if it's human error or she is sick. And she is very, very rarely sick. She's a very healthy dog. She'll be 8 in November. So the week of Thanksgiving, we don't really know for sure what date, but we know it's within that week. So we just celebrate Thanksgiving week as her birthday. So, but yeah, she's over here snoozing away if I can get her. Over there on her big, huge bed. Oh, I'm getting too big. On her big old bed there. I said she's going to have to get over having access to that because our oldest, it's going to his house. So, because originally he had it and then he moved to a little tiny house up north, and so he did not have any room to put it. So we got it because we hadn't decided what we wanted yet. If we wanted to get a sectional, if we wanted to just get couch and love seat, we just didn't know what we wanted. So we have had this sectional, huge sectional, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe now. But the reason why it is where it is because I have this wall again that I'm working on, and the couch used to be all along here, this wall. Well, I'm getting ready to finish the top of that brick wall, and then the TV will go up there that's sitting here, our big TV there. So that will get moved over, and then we'll actually be able to use our coffee table in the right way. And then that section will be moved out because we did get us some furniture. So hopefully in the next week or so, we will be able to move that sectional out and get our other furniture in here and get our setup back, because I'm just not liking our setup. And this treadmill is going to have to find a new home. I like it out here for walking and watching TV, but it is a fold up. I could fold it up, but I haven't done it. It's like it's still sitting there. And because that was my original plan, was after I used it every day, then I would just fold it up, unplug it, and roll it into our bedroom and sit it in there, which would not be a big deal. We could totally do that. But people are popping in and out, so like I said, I know it was kind of early to do anything, but I have other stuff I have to do today. So I thought, well, I get on here and get my crocheting done, allotment done today for during the day, because then this evening, I'll probably be staying up to do some pricing, get everything labeled, marked, packaged up, however I want to package it up, get all the foo-foo fluffies, pretties, all that kind of stuff done. I've already made a list of kind of display stuff that I'm going to use, I think, and this is the first market that I've done in several years, though, because I haven't had time to prior to this, because I was working full-time, and I would do this on the side for people during holidays and stuff. People would place their orders, and with where I worked, my clients knew, so a lot of times they would purchase from me for things, go through my Facebook, and because I do have a Facebook for my business too, under Clark Farms. And then that's what my Etsy is too, Clark Farms by Jonna. So, but right now my Etsy, I've kind of just slowed it down. I've not posted um, new content really there. Added inventory because I've been working so much on market and getting prepared for that because I also want to be prepared for Christmas market. And the Etsy for me is something new and I just don't know if it's for me. So I have just slowed up on posting anything there too much lately. But people can still feel free to go and look at it. And if you see anything, place an order, whatever. Or contact me here if there's something that you're not a crocheter, but you enjoy crochet and are looking for something. I take custom special orders too, so. Because that's what a lot of my stuff is really right now, anyways. It's very local and people that know that I do it, and which I think is fun. I love it. And I don't tend to follow people's patterns. I'll see stuff and just as inspiration and, do my own take on it because it seems like so much can just turn into cookie cutter, and I like different. I like different. So, because there's so much that I do find as I'm scrolling through my Pinterest. It's like, oh, I like that. I love that idea, but I could do this, or do these colors, or I see that they did it this way, but I could do it that way, and, get my inspiration that way. Now, there are times that I do follow a pattern of somebody, and even on my Pinterest and stuff, if I share anything, I'll share what my inspiration was, and then I'll put what I made, because it's only fair to do that, because those people took time to build those patterns and do that, and that's their passion and their love. It's their baby, and so I don't want to take away from people and try to make it sound like, oh yeah, look at what I did, oh, you like this, when it was somebody else that I got the idea from and I followed their pattern. That's not fair. And all crocheters are willing to share their patterns and do and whatever. That's not it. But it's whenever you try to take it and make it like it was yours and you totally, you know, have total disregard for, another fellow crafter, which really I think in our realm isn't too bad, but I know it happens. But then you have these outside sources too of companies, because I really don't want to show their names, that have very much stolen people's ideas and patterns and stuff and put them up and sell them for dirt cheap, for like, $1 or $2, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So don't like that either. And some of that stuff I'm sure you pay, you get what you pay for. But this is an adult size headband, head wrap. These are some of the Christmas ones I did. And a sparkly red. And I have way more other colors too. And these are just kind of ones that I was working on too. And sewing the buttons on for the flower attachments that I have. I have all different colors. I have a total array. I have Christmas variety packs, all that. Some neutrals for this, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to put a button on mine. This one is personally for me because I don't have anything right now. As far as like for fall for this, I have some made for market. but I don't have any made for me. So, so I don't know for sure if I'm going to put the button flower on mine or just put a button on it for just in case later. Because it is kind of cute just having the button on it. I mean, you don't have to put the flower on it. So, and I demonstrated that just a little bit ago with some of those. So, try to do it again. I'll just try the yellow one. Because then it makes it interchangeable. And I secured the buttons on pretty good to where it stays pretty tight on there. So I think they're really cute. And I just have them in packs to go on. And some neutral, like I said. So, but I want to stay up on top of it for Christmas stuff too, because before I know it, Christmas market will be here, and I'll probably do more than one. So, because we have a local one with church that I will probably do, which I haven't got info on yet. Then some, I would like to do some up by the kids. They're further north. So I wouldn't mind doing one up there just as a bigger event, a little bit, just to see, just for fun. So, oh, and something else I've been working on. Put that down for a minute. Are my little barrettes. I made these cute little barrettes. I think they are adorable. Adorable. I even made like a little coral. And then I did do a yellow. I'm going to go ahead and take them. I mean, because they are pretty. And I have some brown. I was trying to do some neutral and stuff too, so. But then these teeny tiny ones, oh my. I think these are the cutest little things too. And I just used the teeny tiny, oh, that's some glue string. Teeny tiny, and I just got the little teeny tiny from, again, Dollar Tree. And they do just fine. They're pretty good quality. I mean, I really kind of wondered, but no. And just, I mean, adorable. They are the tiniest little things. But anyway, you could use these for your pets even, you know, for infant, newborn, whatever. I think I got some black. Cute. I just went ahead and covered the whole thing with that. But yeah, put them in your little pup's hair, you know, when they get groomed or whatever, just for every day. Or in your little, you know, your little newborn's hair, little girl's hair. It doesn't have to be even newborn. But yeah, I thought those were so cute. I had never made those before, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try for something different. So we'll see how they go. I even wondered about trying to make like little pumpkin, little ghost, little something like little Christmas tree type things attached maybe, or something like that too, but I haven't done that yet. I don't know that I'll go ahead and do anything of the Halloweeny or fall right now, but it's something I've been thinking about doing for Christmas, to attach Christmas stuff to them. So again, I'm just doing kind of the seed pattern. For ear warmer, hair wrap, whatever you want to consider it to be. Not following anyone's pattern, just kind of doing, I think this gives it a pretty effect, so I just do the single crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, because it just kind of gives it a lacy appearance. It's not totally seed, the seed pattern, but because I do that sometimes with the single crochet and the double, but I like the way the half double kind of does too for these. So, and I am using an eye hook, which is a 5.5, I believe. I think that's right. Again, I go by the letters. It throws me off sometimes. Because my hooks are from, back in the 70s, 80s. I still have my older hooks. I do have some new. This is a newer one. I don't know that I like it as well. It's one that I picked up whenever I was out one day, and I do need more eye hooks because I tend to keep my hook with my whips, in my project bags, so I can always just grab them and go, and grab my little case, and that has all my stuff in it, other than my hook. So, anyway, I grabbed a Hobby Lobby, and I don't mind it, but it's the plastic. I don't know, it seems like it kind of gets stuck a little bit even sometimes. It doesn't go smooth. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my tension. But it's all preference. It's all preference. There's no, you know, right, wrong, whatever. So it's all what each of us individually likes and stuff. So, which there are some hooks, whenever I go to feel, whenever the yarn goes against them, I can't stand like certain fabric being rubbed together. So there are times that there's the texture thing with me. That's kind of like, no, need to change a hook. Need to change hooks. There's something with that. Hey, phew! Hey, phew! Oh, excuse me. 'Tis the season. And it's not even full on. We don't even have people picking around us right now, but it's still the change of the season, so I think that's part of the reason why my voice is kind of scratchy and everything over these last few days and stuff. Because to me, in my head, talking, I sound like a frog. I sound like a flippin' frog. So, excuse me. Get me a drink of coffee in my grandma cup. I think this is the cutest thing. It's one of the first things they got me after we found out we were having our little gray. And he's 3 now. He's 3 and he is in preschool. So time flies. Time flies. You know, whenever you have kids, you think that goes so fast. And it does in the blink of an eye. I mean, you'll be one day and you'll blink, and the next day you're thrown into adulthood with them. And I'm going to tell you what, adulting with your adult children, being a parent to your adult children, that is a whole nother realm. I can very much say that this is the hardest part of parenting. Yes, you have each phase has its hard, but when they become adults, it's way harder. And but there's all good in it. I'm not complaining. But it is more challenging. And I have very strong men. You know, I did something right. I mean, they're successful and doing all the things, and I tell you what, it is different. That's for sure. And time flies. But whenever you become a grandparent, you thought time flew. You thought time flew with your own children. Mm-mm. When you have grandbabies, it flies 20 times faster. It has for me anyway. Because our little Everly, she is already shooting for 1 year old, at the end of November. And that's been crazy. I mean, way too fast. Way too fast. And Gray, he's going to be 4 in April. And I'm like, slow down. Slow down. Grandma can't keep up. Grammy cannot keep up with y'all. Excuse me. It's been fun though. And I wish I could see them more, but they live 3.5 hours away. Which, again, not complaining. They could live in a totally different, they could be a military family living in a different country. They could be clear over in California, because I'm in Illinois. And so, and, it could be much worse. So I am just thankful that they are where they're at and they are in a safer area of, more bigger area, population and stuff. Because where I live, literally, in the town that I am in, I am lucky. It's not even really a town. It's not. We have no stores, no gas station, no nothing. We have a post office. And we have a little bar that used to be the old grocery store. So that's all we have in town. We're in the town that I'm considered to be my town, my address town. And lucky if there's 300 people maybe. So But my surrounding towns, my hometown, which I only live 6 minutes away from, there might be a little over 1,000, and we do have a Dollar General. We have a Casey's, a Dairy Queen, a Pilot, a couple of bars. Of course, it seems a municipal building, um, Mexican restaurant, which is really good. Um, so and we do have a post office. Our county fair is actually in my hometown, so there are some. It is bigger, but again, not a whole lot, just a little. And we have a four-way stop. That Yeah, we have one four-way stop. And we do have a beautiful covered bridge. We really do. There is a beautiful covered bridge that they redid years ago. Um, that is something to see, honestly. It really is. It's beautiful, especially in the spring and the fall. So I'm going to switch my YouTube channels. Because, yeah, I have YouTube playing in the background as I am on YouTube. Um, So anyway, even for the biggest town that's near us, as far as being closer and being a little bit bigger, the one I used to work in, that has a little bit more and has some hotels and things like that, and a lot of eating places and a big Walmart and the Hobby Lobby and stuff like that, it's about 25 minutes. But right now we have a ton of interstate construction going on right now, so the exit for me to get off in the next very small town that I usually, can access to go to that town is closed. We can't access that, so, you know, but being in the country, you have about 1,000 ways you can go, so that's what I do. And then the other town that's next to us is about 30 minutes. But real big town, like more city, we're talking an hour, hour and a half. For something bigger, and that's not even really city. If you want city, it's 2, 3, 4 hours. More on the 3 to 4 hour mark, honestly. So a lot of Amazon, if you're really looking, and like me, I like different. I don't want the same old, same old. I don't want the cookie cutter across the board of what people are doing, because even in our renovations and stuff that we do on here too, you know, I I I gain inspiration from other people and fellow YouTubers, and stuff. But again, I don't want it to look like theirs. But I learn techniques from different people and stuff, and it's like, hey, I can do that, but this is how I want to use it, you know. And I think that is so fun. And I know my sister, she's just like, I don't know how you do it. How do you do it? And I said, well, for one, you can't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Nobody's going to know what your initial plan was. And sometimes, you know, sometimes the biggest mistakes end up being the most beautiful things, you know? So, and it's not even a mistake. I mean, it's just what happens. And, everything's workable, doable. So if something does go awry, find a different way, or redo it if you can, whatever. It's part of the fun of it, is learning how and just going with it. No fear in creating. That's what I tell myself all the time. No fear. Because you don't need fear anyway. That isn't, and it wasn't given. The Lord didn't give us fear. And a lot of times it is just the enemy trying to, throw us off track. And you can tell him no. Oh, I thought I skipped one. Maybe not. Nope. Okay, we're good. Okay, I need to measure this and see where I'm at. And I don't know what I want to watch next. I'm not really watching it, I just have it kind of in the background. I'm just used to it every day because, YouTube, whenever I'm here, just me and Lou, I mean, a lot of times she's napping during the day, It isn't, I mean, in the morning, first thing in the morning, we'll do our short and stuff in the morning. And she's up and ready to go for a little bit because we usually get up pretty early. Generally, I get up between 5:30 and 6, but last two mornings has been a little bit later. It's not been outrageously late, but closer to 6. Okay, so this is 15 and a half inches, and I want it to go to 17 because I want it to fit a little bit snugger for me. So I have a couple more rows to go. So anyway, she'll nap until probably noonish, ish. And then in the afternoon, she's pretty well up in the afternoon, but like I said, I was on early today because I have errands to run. I have some orders to ship that I need to get out, and I ran out of tissue paper, so I need to get me some pretty tissue paper and need to get some ordered on Amazon, honestly, because I did get some of my other stuff that I was running low on and stuff. I got it ordered early and got it all in, but I wasn't thinking tissue paper at the time. So I need to run and get some of that, get those orders packaged up all the way, get them, labeled and shipped after I get all that other stuff done. So, because I want to make them pretty too. So, but anyway, then I need to go pick up my prescription, and so yeah, we may end up having to go, since it'll be later. Our post offices don't stay open. The hours, which for working people stink, which now it doesn't matter because I'm home now, but 9 to noon is all that our um, post offices stay open late, that are close to me. Now, outside of town, yeah, I can go in and be able to ship until like 5 o'clock, I think, or something like that. So that's probably what me and Luna will end up doing. Because she'll want to go, and she's been. Yesterday, it was so funny because I got ready because that's one thing I've been doing. I said whenever I retire, I wanted a schedule, and so I did. I put it in my calendar to have a schedule, and I get ready every morning, get dressed, shoes, everything, because I am a fan of the Fly Lady too. So, but anyway, I got my shoes on and I was dressed, and she was literally jumping up and down, thinking that we were going to go bye bye. And I felt so bad for her. I really did, because she was just like, "Oh, we're going somewhere," and I'm like, "Sorry, sis, we're not going nowhere. We're here today." So she'll be excited to go later after we get done doing this and stuff. And she'll be done with her nap by then. Because, like I said, she'll probably nap until about noon. You know, that's just her routine because she was used to being here by herself. So let's measure it again. Because I want it to be 17 inches for me. And we are right at 17 inches. Yay. That doesn't always happen. Usually I go over and I have to rip out like 5. But okay. So then I'll just join them. right side's facing, as usual. And I, a lot of times, will do the full 2 loops on the end just because I feel like it reinforces it better. So, but then from then on, I'll do the outside loop, kind of do that stocking stitch look. Like if you're doing the rib stitches, or pattern or whatever, do it that way, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just take that outside loop, if I can get in frame, take that outside loop, take that next loop to join them and slip stitch it. Which again, I'm sure most of you know if you're all crocheters and joining me, but there's some out there that aren't. And this is the part that always takes me forever. You'd think that after, 40 plus years, oh boy, that I'd just be able just to be bing, bing. Nope, not with this part. I'm not, never have been. Because it's like I'm just trying so hard to get the full stitch in there because I don't want it to split and have this half stitch, and so I'm always afraid that I'm going to do that. So it's like I'm always trying to be so careful to make it nice and neat. Because people are, they're paying for this. They're paying for what, and it's a handcrafted, and you want it to be nice. They're paying their hard-working money and trusting you to give them a quality product, So yeah, I just went ahead and that's my stitch. And this is on the inside. This is the wrong side. So just pull it up a little bit. Cut it off. And really right now for my lives, I'm just trying to do simple patterns. So if there are people out there that are wanting to learn, that it's just very simple, because these are so simple that people can totally do it and have some good little gifts to give or whatever, because money's tight right now, and you buy a skein of yarn, you can whip up 3-4 little headbands, a couple hats as you learn, whatever, and there you got gifts for people, and people love that. They love that you've taken time to do something for them, It's amazing. So, and it really doesn't matter right here with where I stitched and stuff, which you can kind of see that line. It doesn't matter, because then what I'm going to do is just gather, and I don't know if we can get here to see. I take this and squish it up like this. So then, like, this is bent down, and then you have kind of, it's an M or a W, however you want to look at it. And then I should have probably left this longer. Because I wasn't thinking, I just nipped it off. But this would be my tail to wrap with. And since this is for me, this one here is for me. So I don't care as much if there is a lot of wrapping there, and I can always add to it if I want to. So you just wrap it around neatly, give it like a little knot look, like that. It's super simple. Super simple, and there we go. You don't have to make it hard. You don't have to make it hard on yourself. And then I'll take this other hook, take my other hook, or actually what I'll do, probably just to show my needle, I have this needle here that has the bigger eye on it. I know it's humongous, but just kind of stretch it, and then I go underneath that knotting. Make sure that my yarn stays in my needle, and pull it through. little bit tight. And then you have your original that you started your original row on when you were doing it out of your chain stitches. And I go ahead and tie a knot. And then I thread it back on again. And put this underneath that knot in the center. Pull it through. Do it again. And if you want to, do another knot. Again, nobody's going to see it. It's on the inside, and I clip those. And you got your headband. And again, you can always put the button on there if you want to put, this isn't all the flowers that I have, but like these little flowers that I've made. Yep, as I drop them all. Because I also, like I said earlier, I have some Christmas packs of, look at the hiccups, Christmas packs of the crochet flowers and stuff too. I have more fall neutral that I have crocheted up too. So yeah, like I said, this one is for me because I don't have anything like today for me to go. I was like, oh, this will be perfect for me to get on and make one for me because I want it to match with what I'm wearing today. So we may just do that right now. See how it looks. And my hair's all over the place. Like I said. See how it fits. And my hair will probably go everywhere, but probably have to get some hairpins to kind of put it up a little bit more, but see, I think that's cute. And it goes with my earrings, it goes with my pumpkin shirt, it goes with my pants. So yeah, I have my headband for today. And yeah, I think doing 17 inches was good. I think going 17 inches was good. And I may even, depending on how tight you do want it, which this is perfect. I don't think I'd go any tighter. So yeah, and you have your little knot up here. So yeah, I think it's good. So I think I'll move on to my Karen cinnamon swirl cake that I was showing earlier that I have already made a bag out of. Oh, it says that this is originally $12.99 US dollars, $14.99 Canadian. And I got it for $3, like I was showing earlier. I got it at our local thrift store for $3. So I don't remember if I went on to price these for sure for where around me, if that's, you know, the usual going price for that or not. Like I said, found it at a thrift store. Love the colors. I'll go ahead and open it. I absolutely love the colors because they are so totally fall, gorgeous. And like I said, I made a bag out of it. You can go to my shorts and find it. It's in my shorts because I listed it as a new item, I think. And yeah, I like the way that it worked up and everything too. And again, let me see, it is considered a number 4, I'm pretty sure. Yep. A number 4, and the suggested hook size is probably the H, yes. But I am using an I, but I think I will switch to an H. I think I am going to switch to an H, just because I feel like it. If I can find my hooks. Where did I put them? Oh, I put them in my box, where they're supposed to go. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Oh, and here's my other scrunchies that I did get out, so yeah, I ended up only getting 4 scrunchies out of my skein of that yarn bee, which I had, some of them I ended up getting 5, so, and I did the same stitches, so it may have been my tension. It may have been my tension. So, and then my headband that I just finished, that I went ahead and put in my hair because I was wanting one for me to go with my fall. I have errands to run later, and I was like, I don't have a fall headband. I've been making for everybody else but me. So yes, I got my H hook. My H hook, getting that out. Again, I'm old school. This hook, it's probably 30 years old. I'm not joking. Close to it anyway. So yeah, whenever people throw millimeters at me, I have to really think about it because I'm still old school. Still old school. So I am making another headband similar to this one out of this Karen's Cake of the cinnamon swirl. So I'm going to crochet or chain out 14, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I am using a smaller hook this time. I used an I hook with this one. I'm down to an H. So 14 isn't going to be the length really that I want. So I'm going to go for 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. And that probably is about right. Measure it against this. Yeah, so 18 with an H hook is perfect. Of single crochets. Then in the second stitch, I just start with a single crochet and a half double crochet. And it's just my version kind of the seed stitch or seed pattern is what I've learned that to be, I think. And then I'll probably do it to, since I'm doing adult sizes today, probably do it to the 17 again, possibly 18, we'll see. Because this one is going to give firmer stitches and not be quite as stretchy maybe, since I'm doing it with a smaller hook. And I would say the I hook is my favorite hook. I don't know why. The H and the I. But it just seems like that's always the 2 hooks that I always go for. But whenever I'm doing more, whenever I've been dabbling and doing a little more of the amigurumi, however you say it, depending on what thread I'm using, of course, but like my E and my F hooks, which again, don't know the millimeters on that because I go by the letters, but those are the ones that I tend to use on that. So, but then for my plushies, of course, it depends on the size of the plush yarn and stuff, but like on my chickens, I usually use the K hook, I think is what it is. So, and I am totally screwing myself up. Come on, Jonna. Do your half double and then your single. Half double, single. I just started another head wrap, ear warmer, more of a head wrap for fall winter. It's the Carrot Cake Cinnamon Swirl. Since I'm using the H hook, I chained out 18. And I'll probably do a length of either 17 or 18. Not following anybody's pattern, it's just I like the style of the stitch. Because it just kind of gives it that lacy look. And it's something a little, you know, prettier and easy stitches for anyone that's beginning to do. And it makes it look like you've done something really intricate and technical. So, and that's what I done on these, like I showed earlier with the buttons, and then some without buttons. So it's pretty quiet here. Pretty quiet here today because it's just me and Luna. And she is still napping. It's usually her habit. She'll get up pretty early with me and do all the things for a little while, and then she lays back down. That's kind of why I chose 10 o'clock, because I knew that she'd be napping, and I wouldn't be ready to go to town quite yet to do our other stuff of errands and everything. For her to do that this afternoon and still have time to get home and start getting dinner and everything around for us around 3, because that's usually my time when I start dinner is 3 o'clock, because everybody, my men start trickling in about 4, meaning my hubs and my youngest coming home from work. So we usually eat really early because Whitney usually has to get to bed. He usually has to be in bed pretty early. It just depends on when his loads are and where he has to go. So there's some nights he's up 10 o'clock and he may have went to bed at 4 or 5, and it's just crazy what his hours are. And other times, you know, he can stay up and we can hang out for a little bit and him go to bed at a normal time, which is about 6 for him. Early for me to go to bed. I don't go to bed that early, but about 6. And then he'll get up, you know, sometimes around, if he goes to bed at 6, it might be like 4 o'clock or so whenever he gets up to go to work. So it just depends. It's all over the place. I couldn't do it. And yeah, I already kind of shared my whole work thing and my retirement. So if you want to catch that, you know, whenever this live goes up, you can go back and listen, I guess. But yeah, because I have my crazy hours too. So oh my, did I mess up? Yes, I did. Where did you mess up, Johnny Lee? Where did you mess up? Probably at the very beginning. Single, half double. I get to talking and whatever, and then I just, which I think I'm still off, but you're not going to be able to tell on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this row. I'm not going to keep fighting it. You're not going to be able to tell with the colors that are in here, so. I'm starting to change. It's going from lighter to darker now. And again, I love the colors that are in this Carrot Cake. It's the Cinnamon Swirl. And it definitely has all the fall, winter feels, especially fall. But all the neutrals, all the neutral colors in it. So it'll be perfect. And I keep getting out of frame, and I apologize. Here I'll try to stay on long enough to get a little bit of color change on this headband hair wrap, so you guys can see how pretty it is. Like I said, I already made one item from this same Karen cake. I made a bag, and you can find it on my shorts, and it turned out really, really pretty. Well, I thought it was getting ready to change, but yeah, no. Now we're finally changing. It's taking it a hot minute to get to change. Starting to gradually change again. Again, just half double crochet, single crochet, half double, single, half double, all the way across. Chain one and turn. Start with a single, half double. So yeah, it's gradually changing. So that's the yarn that I'm using. It's the Karen Cinnamon Swirl. I was hoping that I could get it a little bit more, just show kind of each color before I left. I'll have to be getting off here pretty soon. Got errands to run, and that's why we're doing morning today. Earlier morning. Drink your water. Trying to get a better habit of that. I go in phases where I do really good, And then I do really bad. Yeah, I'm using a smaller hook with this than what I did on mine that I made earlier. That I actually have in my hair now. I did an eye hook with that, which is again like a 6 point, or no, a 5.5, I guess. So again, I don't go by the millimeter. I don't go by it. Just because I'm old school. Good, now we're switching colors. The smaller projects with this, yeah, it seems to have, it'll have like a longer time in between for switching colors, but then for bigger projects, of course. So yeah, I'm not minding it. Like I said, I've already made a bag out of this. Same Karen cake. And it striped it out pretty nice. So I was hoping with this wrap that we could get all of the colors in this one wrap. And the cool thing about this is that none of them will be the same, because I'll at least make probably one more for market with this. We'll see. So I think I'm going to make it a length of about 17 inches again. So I wanted to at least make it to the orangest color. Kind of see what it's going to look like. think my air conditioner just turned on. We're getting ready to turn on. We don't even really need it on, I don't think. Unless it's warmer out than what I thought. Because it wasn't really supposed to be that warm out today, I didn't think. I thought it was in the 70s. I could be wrong. Haven't been out yet today. Just to open the door to let Luna out, and that was it. But it is nice and sunny out. There Lou is. Very nice and sunny. It's going to be a very beautiful day. We'll get to be out in it here shortly. I appreciate everyone that's been coming and dropping in. Making my time go. And getting some stuff done. Giving me the motivation to do it. Which really it doesn't take a lot for me. Usually whenever it comes to crocheting, I'm for it. I'm like, if I have time, yep, pick up a hook, let's go. Pick up the hook. Right now it's just putting the finishing touches on things, and some of the stuff that's because everything that we do, there's always going to be something you don't like as well. The creating part like this is always the most fun for me. It's whenever you go to put it together, but then whenever you go after you get it put together, and if there's any embellishment stuff, then that's the fun part for me again. So I still love it all, don't get me wrong, but it's my least favorite part of it. So, like with my chickens, whenever I was doing my potholder chickens, like my roosters and stuff, whenever I was doing them, I got the bodies all done, then I went back and did all the other embellishments, like as an assembly line. And I enjoyed it better. And got done pretty quick too, so, and they turned out really cute, so, good. Now we're doing the pumpkin color. This is the part that I wanted to get to before I went on and got off of here, so we could see how it's kind of gonna look. So yeah, I think we've made it through almost all the colors of the cake. And that's pretty good. So okay, I did something wrong. Hello. Working with a Karen cinnamon swirl cake right now. Doing a head wrap. In the seed pattern, and we're just now through to the, I think, the last color of the swirl cake to kind of see how it's going to turn out, kind of the I think it's going to turn out pretty for a head wrap. I'm doing it in the style of what I have on right now again. You can't see. So yeah, I think it turned out great for the size. So do the same for this one. I think it'll work out perfect. Mm-hmm. And since I'm using a smaller size hook for this one, I did the I for the other one. This I'm using an H. So it's a little bit closer stitched, and it will have a little less stretch to it, but still be stretchy but be firm to hold it to your head better. Luna must have had a rough night last night or didn't sleep that great, but I don't know. She's still sleeping, napping. She was a little anxious last night, and I don't really know why. We didn't have any weather, going through, but sometimes things kind of just get her stirred up. If she thinks she hears anything outside, she's very aware, and she's very protective of us. So she may have thought she needed to stay up and be on watch last night. I don't know. I got up a couple times in the night and she wasn't up. But, so I don't know. I think I messed something up again. Yes, I did. I messed it up at the very beginning, probably. Yes, I did. So, start the row over again. Good thing I didn't get very far. That's one thing about doing this seed stitch for the most part. The seed pattern, you really don't see your mistakes as much, I have found. So if you end up flip-flopping the stitches or something, or get out of rhythm on that, as long as you alternate them. But still, if I catch myself, I want to go back and fix it. So, like right there. Did it again. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and probably get off of here. I don't know when. Oh, it is getting ready to change, so I'll wait until it changes to this next color, and then I have just a few more stitches, it looks like, and it's going to change again. So for this small of a project, it seems like it takes forever for it to change, but again, it just depends on the size of the project you're making and what you're using it for. So hear Luna over there snoring. I don't know if you can hear. You probably can't hear her. Here we go. Kind of a taupey color. I love all the colors that are in this cake. Very good fall neutrals. To me, it's a perfect fall variegated yarn. And I haven't checked to see if it's something in stock still or not. I don't know. I got it at the thrift store for $8 for a whole cake, and it says on the label that it's usually, $13 to $15. So I usually don't get the Karens where I have ability to shop and stuff. I don't usually have access to it. So, but I do like the yarn. I like the Karen. I don't like the real shiny slick Karen though. I'm not a fan of it. Um, I like the more natural, if people understand what I mean. I use a lot of cotton too, so I like more the natural and even like this of the Karen and stuff, which, like I said, is the Karen cake. So I like the texture of it better, of the more natural is the best way that I can describe it. So and sorry for my voice again. Are you stirring over there, sis? She's bouncing her pillows around. She's over there in her little pillow fort again. So she may be dreaming too. I don't know. But I'm pretty well guaranteed that whenever I get done and I tell her we're going bye-bye, she will be up. Hey, Lulu. Are you waking? Oh, there you are. There you are. Your floppy ears and everything. Big yawns. Are you sleepy? Look at that tail go. Are you just being lazy? You slept the whole time. And people wanted to see you. You're getting up just in time for Mama to go offline. I got the itchy itches. Goodness. Well, she woke up just in time for us to about be done to get off of here for today. We have some errands to run, and she's been antsy to take a car ride. Yeah, I see. Yep, you heard me, didn't ya? That perked you up. Probably getting pretty close to the length I want this even to. Let's see where we're at. Okay, I still have about another 3 inches to go on it, so probably, what time is it going to be? Oh yeah. I'm probably going to have to get off of here so we can get to going. But I think this is going to end up being really pretty for a head wrap. What are you doing, Lou? Because yeah, whenever I get done then I will just join them, and at this joining is where then I would gather it up. Kind of in that M shape again and tie it and put like the knot. I don't know if you can see it because I just knot them in the center, you know. Similar to others that have, again, I don't go off of anyone's pattern. I just go kind of, I see inspiration and make it my own and do my own stitches, and so yeah. So Luna is having a time. I don't know what she sees. I don't know what she's doing. She sees something. Probably a squirrel or a rabbit, is my guess. She is standing still. Oh, what do you see? You are so pretty. You're beautiful. You're so strong and pretty. Oh, going back to your pillow fort? Oh, okay. Well, are you about ready to go? Yeah. You about ready to go bye-bye? Go to town with Mom? Yeah? Go to town for a little bit? Get our stuff mailed? Get our packages mailed? our orders out and do all the things. Get a pup cup, maybe? Get you a pup cup? Okay, finish this row off and then we will probably go for the day. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. And I know it's pretty quiet over here and not too eventful sometimes, but it's just nice having company. I'm always for company, so. And I'll probably do there'll be days that I just kind of pop on here and whatever. I don't really have a schedule, but we do shorts every day pretty well. Every morning we'll do a short and just go into Jonah's journey and look and see what we got. We just have fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously, and we just love to grow a community. So everybody's welcome. Everybody is always welcome here with us on Jonah's journey. So, and the reason why I call it Jonah's journey is because it is just an eclectic journey of everything. Crafting, health, nature, home renovations, canning, cooking, cleaning. It's an eclectic mix, but I do have a passion for crafting and a huge passion for crochet. So yeah, feel free to join us anytime that we're online and you see us on. Feel free to hop on and be a part of our community and just go into Jonah's journey and you can see some of our other shorts and our videos and everything. Just fun to hang out and subscribe. Help us to grow and grow our subscribers. I know we've had a lot of subscribers all of a sudden, which is good. I love it because, it helps to build us and stuff. And we're nothing huge here or anything, but it's just fun just to hang out and, see where it goes. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Remember to take nothing for granted. Nothing for granted. We are not guaranteed tomorrow. Jesus loves you. We love you. And go back to the playback and watch the last, 2 hours or so. And we'll hope to see you later. We'll maybe be back tonight, or we probably will for sure be back tomorrow. So we got to get going so we can get our errands run. And Luna says bye. You say bye-bye? Say we love you, and we'll see you later.